1500ESPN.com. This is Mackey and Judd, the after show with a special guest host. I'm Derek Wetmore.
We had to find some use for him in this video, so he intros us, and now you can just
watch this. Look at the Red Sox deal.
This is
awesome.
Guys, I don't know about you. I think this is a pretty cool place. We're out at FanFest at the Minneapolis Convention Center in downtown Minneapolis. Full weekend-long party for the All-Star game coming up. You guys did a live broadcast here. Right as I was showing up to do my little Talkin' Twins segment, you were talking with Rod Carew. How cool is that?
Yeah, awesome. Credit to Dave Harrigan for just grabbing Rod Carew, but I don't know, what is there to say? You get guys like Rod Carew walking around. We just ran into Tom Kelly. There's a bunch of legends signing autographs down the hallway here, but I think
Raleigh Fingers, Ferguson Jenkins, Jim Perry, Gaylord Perry.
The coolest thing about talking to Rod Carew was his theory on why nobody will ever approach Ted Williams and the 400 batting average. It's been 1941 is the last time we had a 400 hitter in baseball. And basically what he was saying is hitters care a lot more about drawing walks, on-base percentage, and they don't care if they strike out. So they're not as interested in making contact. And so you kind of lose the Rod Carew. Joe Mauer is a Rod Carew-like hitter, but you kind of lose that Rod Carew, Paul Molitor, Wade Boggs, those Tony Gwynn, the late Tony Gwynn, these guys who care about hitting 350. So just to get his thoughts on that was pretty cool.
Also, Carew talked about the fact, get this, All-Star games, 18 in a row. He went to 18 All-Star games. He went year after year. Now what's impressive is in 1975, late 1975, he switches from second base to first base. So he made the transition in position and just kept getting elected to the All-Star game. 18 games, I think 67 his rookie year, he went in Anaheim. 18 years after that, he was still going to All-Star games, including the first one I watched, boys, San Diego, 1978, when Carew told a great story. He hit 2 triples in that game, and as he's sliding into third base, Carew said, as he's sliding in, Pete Rose is playing third base, Rose said, no one's done this before. No one's ever had 2 triples in the same game before. Crew's like popping up like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's great because it pays 250 to 1. Yeah, I got it paid off. It's amazing.
I bet you have 2 triples.
But I think generally my overarching opinion on this weekend is that it's just a pretty cool thing. Downtown at the Convention Center, we're going to be doing live broadcasts pretty much all weekend. I'll be here Saturday from 1 to 3 with Darren Doogie Wolfson. Come by and say hi to the 1500 ESPN booth. Is there anything else you guys are looking forward to this weekend?
This is about the 8th time I pimped this. On our show, we had David Hunt, who oversees Hunt Auctions, the FanFest auction booth. There's all this stuff to see. This stuff like Lou Gehrig has a glove from 1935 that he autographed, and that's in this display case worth what they say at $200,000 or more. The cool thing is you can bring in your own items and have them appraised. So if you have an autograph, well, I've run a couple autographs today, and he told me what they were worth. But you can bring in your autographs, your memorabilia. They'll tell you what those things are worth, and they'll help you validate them if you're not quite sure if they're real or forged or not.
So that ball that I signed for you earlier, how much was that going for? Did he give you a price on that?
Was that the Whitey Ford autograph that I was just saying?
Do you really think on the baseball that you saw when you were 10 years old, Willie Mays signed, do you really think that signed Willie Mays? Because to me it looks like
I got it from Willie Mays, though. It's not
4 something. Hey,
it was like face-off. It really wasn't Willie Mays.
Before we get some I would have got away with it if it hadn't been for you kids. Mr. McCovey. All right, before we go, tell us the thing that you're most excited about this weekend, because I'm in 100% agreement with you. All-Star game, FanFest, home run contest.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But to me, number one, with a bullet, futures game. I absolutely love the All-Star futures game. I used to be a huge prospect nerd. Not quite as much
now you're
anymore.
Just a huge nerd.
Regular nerd, yeah. I still enjoy seeing the futures players, the guys who are going to be stars or likely going to be stars someday. I remember Mike Trout, seeing him in the futures game, just tearing it up and thinking, like, this is really cool. So I'm going to that, and actually talked a lot about that on the podcast with you and Mr. St. Peter. If you haven't listened to the Sports Over Beers podcast yet, you should go check that out, 1500ESPN.com. I got Dave St. Peter for about a half-hour sit-down interview talking about really all the cool stuff that they're doing this weekend, dedicating fields, futures game, home run derby, all that great stuff from Mason's Bar downtown.
Yeah. Red Sox logo.
Yeah, if you're planning on coming out to FanFest this weekend, Judd's
I'm like a little kid.
Yeah, he's a little kid in a candy store, but come on by the 1500 ESPN booth. I think we'd all be glad to shake hands and say hi to you. For the after show with Mackey and Judd, I'm Derek Wetmore. I'll see you next time.